welcome back to my channel, Finish the Race VL, aka Victory Lap. My name is Liz, for those of you who don't know, and those of you who's your first time stopping by, thank you for clicking on my video. Obviously there is some content that you would like to know more about. And to all my new subscribers, I been busy for the past couple of weeks with my business, and I kind of looked on my YouTube channel page and I realized I had 55 subscribers, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. The first couple of people that were my subscriber, of course, is going to be your family and friends. So I was really shocked by it, and I'm very thankful for those of you who subscribe, because obviously you want to know more about the content that I'm bringing, and I hope that I bring some type of encouragement or information, or inspire you to do something great in this world, because we need more of us to send off positive vibes. And that's what I'm trying to do here on my channel, is to send off positive vibe and also bring awareness to what's going on in our community and how we're being treated unfairly, and also things on how we can do things that we can do to overcome the oppression that has been systematically designed against us. So thank you again for coming onto my channel. And so as you know by the title, we're going to talk about how to ship a container from the US to Africa. I had the liberty to go to 2 different companies by the name of Ship to NAIJA, and the second one is called SIFAX Global Shipping and Logistics. I'm going to do a quick clip so you can see those companies. Okay, so those 2 companies, I had an opportunity to meet with the shipping managers, and I had an interview with the both of them, and a sit-down interview, and then also they gave me a tour of the facilities to kind of get a better understanding on how the shipping process go. So in this video, we're going to learn about 11 steps on what you need to do in order to ship a car, your household items, business equipment, whatever you have in mind that you want to ship, and things that you cannot ship to Africa. So I hope this video will be informative, helpful. So make sure to pull out a pen and paper and take notes, because I'm going to be pretty thorough about what we're going to discuss. Okay, so the first step is, whatever company that you choose to ship your containers, they're going to ask you to fill out a form. One form is at the first location that I went to, is called a clearing request form, and this is Ship to NAIJA. Don't get it confused by the name when it says Ship to NAIJA, because you automatically think, oh, they only ship to Nigeria. No, that is not true. They ship to any of the ports that is located on the African continent. So yes, so the form is only 1 page, and they're going to ask you just like general information, like your name, your company name, if you're going to be shipping some type of business equipment or business item, your address, city, state, and zip, your phone number and email address. The section 2 is information about your car, if you're going to ship your car. So the information they need to know about that is the make of your car, model of your car, year, VIN number, drop off date, whatever date that you're going to choose to drop off your car. They need to know the drop off date so that they can immediately start to request a container based on the size that you need either for your car, or additional items that you need for your car, or just the car by itself. We will go into that a little bit further in the video, where I will go into details about the cost of that, and the and all the details of that. They want to know about the car condition. So if you have some prior damages, scratches, whatever to your car, you want to make sure that you notate that on this form, and also take pictures before leaving and have that time stamp and date on it, so when you do pick up your items or your car in Africa, if there is any damages that has been done to your car prior to what was already, that you notated on this form, you want to make sure that the shipping company knows about that, because they have insurance, which we will talk about a little further in the video, that will cover any damaged, lost, or stolen items. Okay, so they need to know the final delivery location, so you want to make sure that you know the exact port that you want the items to be, the container to be shipped to, based on the location that you're at. So if you're in the Gambia, you want to find out the multiple ports that they have there, and whatever one that is closer to the location that you're at, you want to make sure to select that port. You don't want a port that's going to be further away from you, because it's going to be additional costs that would apply if you need assistance with moving the container either to your house or to the business, or whatever the case may be. We will go into that a little bit further in the further steps along. Section 3, still in about the car information, they will also want to know, has the car been bought, yes or no? Have you paid the car off in full? If so, they're going to need proof of title. You cannot ship a car over that is still being financed by a bank or that has been stolen. Believe it or not, there are some people who try to ship over stolen cars, and there are certain ports in the U.S. that would not allow cars to be shipped, because they've had a huge issue in volume of stolen cars going into the country that they have found, and that has caused future problems where in certain ports, not here in Houston. So you want to check that in the area that you live. You want to make sure, does that port ship cars, because they may have had issues of people sending stolen cars, or cars that have not been completely paid off and they don't have a title on, because you have some people who give fake titles on cars. Okay, so section 3 is a container clearing quote. There's only 2 sizes of container, a 20-foot and 40-foot. We'll go into the cost a little bit further in the video. Right now, we're just going over what's in the form on how to complete it. So you need to know the size of the container that you need and the contents that are in it. Now, they only gave us one little small line for the amount of what contents are going to be in there. So she told me if that's not enough room to put everything, you can put it on the back page, which is just a blank back page, and then write down the additional items. Make sure once you complete this form that you have a copy and they have a copy, and you both sign and date off on that, because you want to keep record of everything that has been shipped over there. So when you do check your items, you want to make sure that everything that's on your list is in that container. The last part is heavy equipment. Heavy equipment can be business equipment that you would need to have shipped over. Like, for example, when I took a tour in one of the warehouses at Ship to NAIJA, there was I've never seen this before. There was a generator that was almost as tall as me, and I'm 5 foot 4 inches, and he said it was a $40,000 generator. I have never seen that before. So that must be some type of commercial use generator. That will be considered a heavy equipment, and you want to put that there. If you have more questions about that, you might want to ask additional questions about what is considered a heavy equipment, so that you can have that listed on there for your insurance purposes. Now, SIFAX Logistics, Global Shipping and Logistics, have a 3-page shipping form. Pretty much the same information. There are additional information that they want to know from you, like your IRS passport or social security number. Me personally, I would do just a passport number and not just social, because you have people that can get a hold of that information, and you don't want that to be out there floating around, because everybody that works for a company may not be honest. Then on the second page of the form is a container receiving acknowledgement agreement. Basically, this is the part where you also give the description of the items on there. Now, they give you a little bit more room here, about 6 or 7 lines, that so that you can itemize the list of items that is going to go on there. If it's still not enough room for that, then you can go on the back page and put your additional items on there. Keep in mind, I've already mentioned this, make sure you make a copy of all 3 pages, sign and date, and also have them to sign and date. And remember, take a picture of that card to make sure that you can verify how the condition of your card that it was in. So that's the first step, is completing the form. Now we're going to go into step number 2, is selecting a clearing agent. Now, whatever shipping company that you choose to use, they will have an assigned clearing agent for you if you don't have one for yourself. Now, I've been told by by both of the shipping manager at the 2 separate locations, you do have the liberty to choose whatever clearing agent that you want to clear your items. So let's go into what is a clearing agent. A clearing agent is a person that is located in the country that you will have your container shipped to. Their job is basically for the lack of better terms, they're like customs. They are going into your container to check the items that you are bringing into that country. Based on, and basically, let me read my notes. The clearing costs from that agent is based on what items that are in your container, cars, furniture, business equipment, or whatever, that they consider as contraband, and they have a fixed price for each of those items that you're bringing into their country. Now, some items can be confiscated if they feel like that they don't want that to be imported into their country, and you will be charged a fee for that as well. What that fee is, I don't know. You will have to find that out once you select that clearing agent, and they'll give you a better idea of what that fee would be. Now, one of the managers that I spoke with, he said that the clearing cost can almost be equivalent to the cost of the actual container that you will purchase. We will go into the cost of the container a little bit further in the video. Actually, I think that might be my next step, but we haven't got there yet. So you want to be careful about what you're going to be shipping into the country. Now, Ship to NAIJA shipping manager did discuss to me that yes, they do have strict rules about what they want to have in a country, and then also they have a theft issue. Remember, we talked about people being dishonest? They have a theft issue. So he said that he have a way of packing the items into the container to where it limits them from seeing exactly what is being shipped into that country, and that also will help minimize the cost of what you will be paying for as far as in the clearing cost. So it's almost like an importation or importing cost, importing of goods, merchandise, because they don't know. You might be bringing your household items, but they're thinking that, oh, you're coming here to resell these items into their countries. And they try to minimize the amount of merchandise or goods that's coming into their countries. They want you to pretty much buy the furniture in their country. They want you to don't bring items that you know you can already buy here in our country. That is supposedly supposed to help to stabilize the economy there. And so that's one of the reasons why they do that. So clearing agent, you want to go out and find at least 3 to 4 different clearing agents so that you can get a quote from each one. And based off those quotes, you want to go with the one that have the better price. Some agents are more expensive than the other, and it also be the pre-selected one that these shipping containers may have. They might be a little bit more expensive than the ones that you may have to go out and research for yourself. So make sure you do your due diligence before you just up and choose theirs. You may save yourself $1,000 or $2,000 if you choose to find your own clearing agent in Africa. And I'm sure if you take the time to go online and research that, you'll find it.
The thing is, madam, you also on the clearing, if you're going to ship out a whole house of furniture, the clearing is going to be a little expensive. Just a little. I'm telling you the truth.
When you say a little, what is that?
I don't know, madam. I'm just talking about the
Just guesstimate.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. I don't know the cost. The cost is between my customer service name, Manafa, and you. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to go into the third step, which is one of the most important steps, is the cost of the container. As we discussed already in the clearing and shipping form, there is only two options that you can choose for as far as the size of the container. And there is the 20-foot container and the 40-foot container. Now, Ship to NAIJA cost for their 20-foot container is $1,990. Their 40-foot container cost is $4,990. SIFAX Global and SIFAX Global Shipping and Logistic 20-foot container is $3,800, and their 40-foot size container is $4,600. To give you an idea of what is the size or dimension of a 40-foot container is, or how much you can put in there, is equivalent is 2 4 sedan cars. So like a Camry, Toyota Camry, you can fit 4 Toyota Camrys in a 40-foot container. So if you're only shipping one car, that is more than enough room to ship your household goods and maybe a couple of equipments that you need for your business. Now, the 20-foot container can only fit one car and a few household items. Not furniture. It's not that big. It's enough room for one car. I'm going to insert a picture. So now we're going to go into the next step. Okay, so the next step, which is step number 4, is the insurance. It's very important that you get your items insured. I was told by Ship to NAIJA shipping manager that they insured up to 100% of your items.
That's good. Is there any other information that...
Just know that we're 100% insured. Just know that we're 100% insured.
Okay.
Anything comes up damaged, we're liable 100%.
Okay.
That's why it's so important to get inventory list
Okay.
of the items you want to ship. So we know we can insure it and we can confirm that everything is there.
And now the cost of that insurance is 2% of the total cost of the container. So as we discussed, the container for a 20-foot was $1,990. We're going to round off the insurance cost, which would be $40. And the 40-foot container cost was $4,900. So the total insurance cost is $100, which is a very low amount for them to insure it up to $100. Now, the SIFAX 20-foot and 40-foot, okay, their insurance cost is 3 to 4% of total cost of the container. So the 20-foot would be arranged from $76 to $152. And the 40-foot container insurance cost would be between $138 and $184. And the reason why there's a range because he told me between 3 to 4%. I did ask him, which is it, 3 or 4%? So I just gave you both amounts for that. So once you have paid for whatever size container that you choose to go with, whether the 20-foot and the 40-foot, and you have paid for the cost, this next step would be the container. When would the container be available? So once you pay for those costs.
Okay, so where's the container?
The container, we order them once, like let's say you bring your stuff today, we will order it by tomorrow.
Okay, this is good information.
As you can see, we have all kinds of things shipping
That
out.
they're shipping, yeah.
Yeah, these right here are
It's
like
for
$40,000 and they're going.
This is for cement, right?
I think it's a generator
That's a generator. Oh.
for power. Those are welders.
Okay, because that's another thing that I'm going to be shipping to, generators, because I was told that the electricity
It's bad. Huh?
is really bad there.
We ship those generators all the time. And we only charge you for container space, madam. We won't charge you an arm and a leg for ship to ocean. Whatever space you use,
That's what I
that's
pay
what
for.
you pay.
Okay.
So let's say right now you paid $5,000 for a container.
Uh-huh.
The next container you want 50% container space.
Yeah.
We'll charge you half.
Say that again.
Like right now you paid $5,000 for a whole
5,000. Yes.
So let's say next week you want to ship a half a container. We will charge you for half that space. That's it. Clear.
At Ship to NAIJA, they said that they can have a container within 1 to 2 business days. SIFAX said that they can get a container within 3 to 4 business days. So you have that amount of time to kind of pack all your stuff up on a U-Haul so that you can take it to the warehouse where your items will be unloaded inside of the warehouse so they can reload it up on the actual container. Okay, now we're going to go into the 6th step, which is packing the container. Now, a part of the cost that you pay for the 40-foot or 20-foot container, that includes the manpower that will be needed in order to pack your container.
The work that you're doing is included in the cost because she told me
Yes,
about
ma'am.
$5,000.
Yes, ma'am. Everything is there.
So,
That's just for me to hire help.
Yes.
I gotta hire help because I can't do it
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
Building materials,
Yes.
wood, man, I'm
Yes.
telling you, it's a lot.
Okay.
Before you know it, you have
Okay.
$1,000 before you even start making money. I'm telling you,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I'm not complaining about the shipment.
But I guarantee you,
I
ma'am,
think the price is very reasonable.
If you list out all the items once we ship out, if something comes in damaged or missing, we'll replace it.
See, that's the thing. She told me to go back home to make sure I have everything
Yes,
listed.
madam, it's just for your insurance.
Right.
When they strategically pack all of your items in boxes, your furniture, your household goods, your clothes, food, or whatever the case may be that you're going to be shipping over, they have to box it up and also saran wrap it in such a way to where certain things won't be detected on what it is to help minimize them confiscating. They may not want to be brought into their country. I was reinsured by the shipping manager at Ship to NAIJA that he said that he's got it down to a science to where he has little to no problems with them detecting certain things so that you're not charged for additional clearing costs when they're checking your items to see what is being imported into their country. So you will be working with the shipping manager, they're, going off on the checklist to make sure that every item that was on your list is in the actual container. So make sure, guys, whatever it is, if you got to revise that list, make sure you get an updated signature. This is me. I'm going to make sure that everything is going to be triple, quadruple verified so that I don't have any type of mishap or any issues or problematic issues when I get to Africa. Awesome. So now we're going to go into step number 7, which is the delivery time to ship the items from the U.S. to Africa. Now, Ship to NAIJA said that their estimated delivery time is between 3 to 4 weeks. SIFAX Global Shipping and Logistics said their shipping time is 35 days. So keep in mind, once your item has been completely, once all of your items that you're going to be shipped off is packed and ready to go to the actual port, keep in mind, once it starts to go on the water, there's other ports that the actual ship have to go to in the U.S. So keep in mind, I'm here in Texas. The next port might be Louisiana, and then after that, Alabama, Mississippi, and then South Carolina, and then up into the East Coast. And then from there, I think he said the last port that they go to is in Maryland. And he said after that, then it goes into, across the Atlantic Ocean to Africa. So you got to keep that in mind of why it takes with a month or even a month and a half for your items to be shipped. Now, I've watched several YouTube channels where some people said that they didn't get their items within 3 to 4 months. Now, I don't know, it's because based on the actual company that they choose, was it a reputable company or whatever the case may be, or it could be some unforeseen things that could have happened out in the ocean. We have hurricanes and storms that come through. We don't know if that could have delayed them from getting to their destination. And then also, I don't know. COVID could have happened. Who knows? So just to keep that in mind of the time frame, I will also, me personally, I would probably add on another additional week or two or even a month to that, just to not get yourself so frustrated and annoying about that. So now we're going to move on to the next step, which is going to be a segue into what we just talked about, the arrival time that it would take to get to Africa. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go into step number 8, which is tracking your shipment. Now, SIFAX said that you have a shipping app, or kind of like UPS or Amazon, where they send you emails and you click on track your package or whatever. It's kind of like that, and you can actually they actually have a map of where you can see where exactly that ship is at. So if it's going across the water, you can actually see the little dot, I guess I would assume is a dot or a boat that's moving. So you can actually see exactly where your items are at on that particular ship. So that's how you would be able to track your container, which I thought was phenomenal. So let's move on to the next step. Okay, so now we're going to go into step number 9, and that step is the TELEX release. And so what is that? The TELEX release is a notification message that you would get via email from the company that you had chose to ship your container. You use to ship your container. They're going to send you an email notification within 1 to 2 weeks of delivery at the port. Once they send you that notification, they're going to charge you a $75 fee so that your items can be surrendered. Step number 10. Oh, we're getting to the end. Oh, we got one more step after that, and then we're done. I'm excited. So, all right. So, step number 10, which is a segue from the TELEX release, once they release and surrendered your items, is the door-to-door delivery process. And that is an option that you can choose to do, which will be an additional cost. So keep in mind, it's money, 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 money.
Even, madam, we will take it to your doorstep. We will take, as you're going home, we'll knock on your door, bringing your stuff to your house.
The stuff that I ship, you will bring it to the location.
If it's in Abuja,
Akwa
Ghana,
Ibom.
it don't matter, madam.
Oh, to the Gambia?
Madam, we'll go.
Door-to-door process. Once you make that arrangement with the port to pick up your items and it's been cleared by the clearing agent, you want to either have the clearing agent to assist you on seeing how they can ship or deliver your items to your desired location. Now that will come with a cost. And then also, once your item has been released at the port, this just came to mind, you have up to 2 weeks to pick up your items. 2 weeks. And then each day that your item is sitting there at the port, you are charged a daily fee of $50 a day. Now, once you come to make arrangement on either moving your items yourself personally or having a door-to-door process, so if we're going to do the door-to-door and have them to deliver it to your house, you will be charged an additional fee each day that the container has been moved from the port. Okay, right? So if it takes you 3 or 4 days to get it to your house and have them unloaded, you will still be charged a fee until that container has been delivered back to the port. Now, what that cost would be, I don't know. That's something that you will have to verify with your clearing agent. Keep that in mind with your budget. If you're in a process of trying to ship items, you want to make sure that you calculate anything, and always calculate a little bit more than what you would need, just to be on the safe side, because you don't want to be in a predicament where you don't have enough money for the clearing agent, you don't have enough money to get your items delivered, you don't have enough money to pay for the storage costs. If you need more, up to 2 weeks to store your items at the port until you make those arrangements, Keep that all in mind, guys. It's very important, and I hope you're still taking notes. So now we're going to go to the last step. You ready? Okay. We have made it to the last and final step. Woo! Which is other additional hidden costs. Maybe not so much hidden. Well, kind of sort of is, because you really don't know until you get there. And is the clearing agent process. They can say one number to you over the phone once you've selected your clearing agent and you made arrangement. I've been told that no one knew what that number is. And based off talking to both of the shipping manager at Ship to NAIJA and SIFAX, they both was like, I don't know that number. They had this little sketchy look like, hey, you on your own on that one. You're going to have to figure that out once you get there. Okay, so I'm going to be paying what, $10,000? The Ship to NAIJA manager said, I'm not going to give you a number because I don't want you to come back being mad at me and say, you told me that it was this amount. But the SIFAX manager said, roughly expect to pay the same amount of money that you paid for the actual container. So if you pay $5,000, be expect to pay $5,000 also at the clearing agent, which is, I don't know how they come up with those numbers or whatever the case may be. And that's why it's really important for you to do your due diligence and go out and research your own clearing agent that you can trust, or talk amongst the community of people that you know in that particular country, or someone who have already shipped items over, and say, well, hey, what clearing agent did you use, and what was the cost, and did they charge you even more after they told you, okay, the set price is $4,000? Did you have to pay an additional money once you actually got there to get your items released to you so that you can have it, shipped to your destination? Guys, keep that in mind, because there are hidden costs that we don't know when we go to the other country. It's different here in the U.S. because we have certain I guess protection here in the U.S. where these companies can just do whatever they want, So you're in a whole different other country. You don't know their way of how they do we just don't know how they do their system, how they come up with these fees. And half the times, of what I'm hearing, they just trying to get money out of your pocket, So be careful with that. Research, so that you don't find yourself in a really bad financial bind. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to do a brief, snapshot of everything that we just went over in the list. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for stopping by. And as always, how I end this video is not how you start, it's how you finish. Finish the race, VL. We can do it, guys. Thank you.